know something about Italy? You already know this, but now I'm experiencing it. Is there could be the hours when something opens, like this. It says Thursday at 3:30, 15:30. It is 22 minutes after that, and there's nobody here. So that is very normal for Italy. Well, two guys stopped and they said, we've seen you standing here for a year now, so I guess it's time we ask you why. If you do this long enough, people will stop. Anyways, they heard the whole gospel. We're here now, it's daytime, and you can see the van a lot nicer. It's very nice, very modern. Modern dash. So, nice van. Well, I am in an ugly old town called Belluno. As you can see behind me, it's kind of a mess. And back here, I should say I'm up here, because a voice is here from Alabama, and they need somebody to translate for them when they give their testimonies. So this group sings gospel music, which is very popular in Italy. They just love gospel music, even though they don't know what it says. They just like the sound of it. So, and these people are all white, but it still sounds pretty gospel-y, like black gospel kind of thing. Anyways, that's what I'll be doing right now, so I'll take more video as I walk around, but you can see, let me flip the camera around. Well, maybe I can't while I'm recording, but so. Oh, and by the way, I'm gonna have to go up these escalators over here, I guess, because the town is up on a hill. You can see that there are those, I don't know if you can see through the glass like I can, but there are people going up those tubes, and it goes up into the city. So that's kind of neat. So anyways.
Yes, only you are worthy, you are worthy, you are worthy, you are, yes, only you are worthy to be praised. You are worthy to be praised.
Well, I have to tell you guys about what just happened. I made a new Paracase sign. I'll show you. It looks like this. It says why do you live on it? And yesterday I went out for the first time, and I was talking to somebody else I know, and I have my booklets. I wrote a new Paracase booklet, and some guy came and took one, and that was about all he did. And then about an hour or two later, he called me, and he said, I want to know more about it. And it starts off talking about why we live, why we need purpose in life, and that purpose is given by authority, and we look to different authorities like ourselves, family, government, society, the universe, God. And I eliminate and criticize everything, and then I conclude reason to live can only exist if it comes from God. And I talk about all the different kinds of theologies: pantheism, polytheism, monotheism, whatever, and atheism. And I criticize kind of everybody and ask questions about them all. But at the end I say, we can only know, we're not smart enough to get up to that level. It has to be that God comes down to our level. And then I talk about somebody did come who said he was God, did miracles, rose from the dead, and many have borne witness to him, and I too bear witness to you that this is God. And if you want to know him, call the number. So he calls the number. He says, I want to know more about this. So I met with him just now. He wanted to meet with me today, the very next day, at 8 in the morning, as soon as possible. And he's a 42-year-old guy named Mauro. And he's very young at heart. He seemed even younger than he was. And he actually knew a lot about the Bible and other faiths. He'd been studying everything. And he just said that the subject touched him because he'd been thinking about, why do I live and stuff like that. And got him while he was on vacation. He said, I have more time to think about these things right now. And I really enjoyed the book. So we talked for like an hour and a half and told him all about the gospel. And he had questions about the Bible. And he had lots of good questions. And he knew all kinds of scriptures and things like that, and then we talked about hard questions, and so he seemed to like it, and he said he wants to come to church on Sunday. So I'm really, really glad, and I'm praying for him. So if you could pray for him too. His name is Mauro, and hopefully we see more of him. So praise God. Well, I am in the church at Udine, and this is what it looks like. It's small. It's been going through some shrinkage as far as attendance goes, so they had to downsize. And I am to preach today because the elders are on vacation, as most people do during the summer. So I'll try to put some light on my face. And yeah, so I'm waiting for people to show up. They have one nice thing though. They have a really nice pulpit. I think it looks nice. Wood. It's probably handmade by somebody here. So yeah, it's quite different than the other building was. You look at this and you really think missions. It's so much different than America, where we have big churches of thousands of people. This is just a small place where maybe we'll have 20 people. If you count the chairs. So it's pretty small. You got the keyboard right there next to the pulpit and everything. So it just makes you think missions. So, anyways. I'm not doing the sign, and I've been brought to a new level of suffering for the gospel. For the last 15 minutes I was hit on by a gay guy. The only way out was to evangelize. Alright, last thing I'll say before shutting down for this month. There's my sign again, which I show people and they come. Sometimes I have a survey form also. We talk about this, and it says, why do you live? And I say, you get up so you can go to work, so that you can eat, so that you can have fun watching TV or doing whatever you do. And then you go back to bed, and that's your life. You do that every day. And sometimes people say, well, we need to help people too. I also live to do good and help. I say, oh, good. What does that mean? Well, that just means make them like you. That means give them that same life that you have. And that's all it is. That forever. And then you die. So it's kind of a fun way to make people think and question their existence. But I've gone out with it a few times and had good conversations. And that new little booklet that I wrote has been distributed by, or it's been read by a few people. So hopefully things come from that. I've had people message me on WhatsApp so far just to kind of mess with me a little bit, but it's fine with me. I'd rather be messed with than ignored. So hopefully we get more response as time goes on. I've also been advertising the page on Facebook. You can pay a little bit of money and Facebook will show it to other people for you. They advertise it. And by doing that, we increased the following by more than 100 people. So before we were only at like 30, because I invited all my friends on my Italian Facebook to like it, and I got maybe 30 of them. And then I started paying for advertisements for little posts that I make, and it shot up to over 100. 100 more. So now we have like 133 or so. So that's pretty good. And sometimes people will share it with their friends, and then more people see it even that way. So I'm hoping that maybe through the Facebook page, if I get enough of a following, I can start doing events and invite people through the Facebook page to come to events, maybe discussion nights or something like that. And I've posted the whole booklet on the Facebook page under notes so people can read things there. And I always have a picture, like one picture I posted was a picture of kind of a blind guy. And then it says, "Do you believe only what you see? Well, what if you were blind?" And I got a lot of likes because I paid for it to be advertised, and people shared it and liked it. And then it says down below, read the note on the page. So if they go to the page, they can find that I've written a whole article on life and things. It's just a booklet, but so hopefully we see things through that. I'm trying always new methods and trying to improve methods that we have, and doing whatever it is I can to get gospel conversations. So continue to pray for that, because it's always a joy, and it's what I'm here to do, and it's what I'm most passionate about doing. And so yeah, so I'm looking forward to next month when about 29 students will be here. So it's the biggest semester ever. And then about 3 Apostolo students will be here also. One being Kelsey. So that's exciting. So, but for now I'm just focusing on my own personal evangelism and the studies, which I've been behind on because throughout the whole summer I didn't get to do any of that stuff. And then also a couple weeks ago, a guy named Glenn came over here. He's a really cool guy and knows a lot about handyman type work. And he was here just for a week. He actually came to say hi, I think, to Sam, because him and Sam are old friends. And Sam put him to work, of course. And so me and him installed ceiling fans the whole week. So we put up about 11 ceiling fans because somebody had given money to the school for that purpose, because they stayed here and realized how hot it is at night during the summer. So good to use my electrical training. So partially thanks to Dave Fenderson and also to Pasadena City College for having taught me that stuff. So we got to do all that, and all that's done. So the fans work. They wobble a little bit, but that's just because fans wobble unless you get them to perfectly balance. And I don't know how to do that, but we figured if we can get them to work, somebody can make them stop wobbling. And even though we've lost lots of coworkers, because in the past, pretty much since I got here, things have been changing so much, and we're down to Sam, Samuel, his son, me, and then I have Leah and Nate and Anna. And Leah, Nate, and Anna have committed, I think, to at least 2 or something years. But it's not totally clear how long they'll be here. I think they're still finding out what God wants for them to do. Hopefully they stay a long time. But if they don't stay, then it's just me, Sam, Samuel, and that's up. But we also have another 2 Italians joining on with us, who were part of the church a while ago, like a year and a half ago, and they had to leave because they needed to find work. But then when one of my other coworkers left, we needed somebody to take care of the school. It'd be like the custodian, the manager kind of guy of all the practical things that need to be done. So this Italian couple is going to come on with us at the end of the month. So they'll be paid and paid staff. So that's going to be cool. And it's going to be cool having actual Italians on our team. So their native language is Italian, and they can help us with dealing with the Italian system and the Italian language, and they'll make the experience for students who stay at the school a lot more Italian, a lot less like a little mini America. So I think that's neat. So pray for me, pray for my team, pray for all of us that we stay encouraged, zealous, that we see God's hand, that he work, that God do miracles, that he open up conversations for the gospel, that he make people born again, that the church grows, that people who are here can be discipled, and through discipleship they apply what they learn, and that they grow. And that's really all we want to see, is the church grow in maturity and in quantity and in quality, and also for ourselves, because the longer we do this, the more we realize how frail and weak and easily tricked we are. So just pray for all of us that God help us. And for me, in October, it'll be 3 months, no, 3 years. 3 years as a full-time missionary, which does not feel like 3 years have gone by. It feels like maybe 3 months have gone by. So it goes by fast. But I'm thankful for being here and would never do anything else. So thank you for your prayers, your support, your encouragement, and I'll talk to you again.